Hi everyone, once again, it's Wednesday, it's 5 o'clock. So here I am again to give you an update on everything Supermums, everything Salesforce. So if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to jump in and drop them in the chat. You'll probably have noticed in recent lives, I've been popping in some information, and for some reason, I don't know why it hasn't pulled through. So what I'm probably going to do today is I'm going to go afterwards and I'll drop all of the information that I'm going to talk to you about today into the chat. As always, I'm here. So please don't hesitate to DM me with any of your questions. You're very welcome to find me on LinkedIn. Just send me a message and I will come back to you. So any questions right now, drop them in the chat. And if it's following this and you're not watching live, then please feel free to just send me a message. My email address is quite simple. It's Lynn, which is LYN, @supermums.org. So it's easy enough to send me an email, send me a DM, somehow get hold of me. And as always, I'm delighted to talk you through either your first steps or your best next steps. So today, depending on where you are in the world, whether it's this evening, it's 5 o'clock, as I always say on a Wednesday that I join you. But obviously, depending on where you are in the world as to what time of the day it is. So what I wanted to talk to you today about is training for yourself or for your team. So we have some very large organizations that choose to upskill, to streamline their teams. And by doing that, of course, it's going to be beneficial for the company. So what they do is they either come to me and say, Lynn, I'd like to do a public course. I've got half a dozen people in my team. I'd like them to jump on an admin course just to streamline everything and just to make sure that everyone's singing from the same hymn sheet. Or you might choose to have one or two people that are, within your company that are looking to do Marketing Cloud, for example. So, however you want help, that's what I'm here for. And as I say, I speak to corporate companies, I speak to small, medium-sized companies, all wanting to upskill their team. So absolutely reach out to me and I can talk to you. You may, of course, be sat there as an individual looking to change your career, looking to pivot. Then we can talk about you as an individual doing some training with us and joining our superb community. We offer support, we offer guidance. It's such a great community to be part of. You may have seen some lovely photographs flying around and had that FOMO. In fact, I was on a session yesterday with our newbies for the admin course that literally starts this week. Quite a few people were saying things like, I've joined because I saw all the lovely photos and I just really wanted to be part of it. In fact, one lady said that she came along to London's Calling last year. She met one of our alumni as she was getting off the train and was chatting and she felt like she wanted to be part of Supermums. She came into London's Calling and I was in there, of course. I'm everywhere. So we met up and had a chat. So, it's really great to see people that see this awesome community and want to be part of it. So as I said, I wanted to talk to you today about you as an individual or your team. So I suppose the first thing to say is, why would you want to skill up your team? There are three options, which I'll talk to you about in a second, where I would see us helping your organization. As I say, whether you're non-profit, whether you're a charity, whether you're a big corporate, we can help you. So some strategies, I would say, for upskilling your team in Salesforce would be to obviously find out and assess current skill levels. because you want to start with an audit. And again, I can help you with that, to identify gaps in your team. So that is really important to get started, whether it's, CRM based, whether it's to do with reporting, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, whatever. You might want to, assess the situation and see, because as I said, we have companies that put people through training with us, and it's just good to see what different levels they're at as to what I would advise your best next steps are for them. So again, it might be that we look to create personalized learning paths. If you have people on a similar level, then of course we're looking at a similar training program for all. There are training programs that will accommodate everyone, but this is where I can help you, and we can help to align everyone together. Again, whether you're looking at end users, whether you're looking at analysts, whether you're looking at consultants, whether you're looking at admins, developers, whatever you're looking at, we can help you with the training program. Something else I would always suggest to you is, if you're not specifically looking to train up your whole team, that you encourage your team members to use their training budget. I know that most organizations will set aside a budget for training, and if you are using Salesforce, it makes perfect sense to ask your employees to actually do a training course with Supermums to get all that structure and support and guidance. And again, it's going to align your company. So encourage your team members, whatever it is, to get certified. I'm just going to have a drink. I've talked all day today, I think I've just been jumping in and out of meetings all day. So whatever it is, we can help you with that. Again, you might look at doing perhaps lunch and learns. That's always very popular. And again, talk to me about that. Is something that I can help you with. That does build confidence. And obviously, it's all about fostering a culture of learning. And again, as I said, I can help you with that. So again, leveraging partner resources. We can provide you with a consultant if you require. We are Supermums Salesforce authorized training providers, but we also have a recruitment arm. So I can talk to you about, if you want somebody to come in as a consultant, you will obviously, if you haven't already, need to ensure that you've got an admin within your business to oversee and look after your system. Again, I can help you with that. And whether you're thinking about, as I said, you can do a private course with us. I can talk to you about numbers and costs and all of that. You'd probably be wanting to put quite a few to make it cost effective for your business. But again, you can do it as an individual, or like I say, you're very welcome to have a consultant come in. They can actually, put a process of improvement in place. They can set up tools, and features directly with KPIs. So again, it's all about streamlining everything. And I suppose, you're going to then want to track your process. You're going to celebrate your wins. And all of that is so beneficial. It helps for motivation, continuous learning, and of course keeps tabs on skill progression. So why would that matter? Obviously, faster problem solving. So, a skilled team can troubleshoot and optimize workflows without needing constant external support. So again, that's beneficial, not only with time, but obviously financially also. You're thinking about increased adoption. And when I say increased adoption, that is not only adoption of the system, but obviously, you want everybody to be on board with this. You want, a change manager maybe to come in and make sure that everyone has enthused and, is excited about using the system, because the last thing you want is people that, you know, are putting a downer on every day, because, you know, you want everybody to be using it. I mean, you know, Salesforce is an investment that you're making, and you need to make it more valuable. Again, stronger innovation, upskilled teams are more likely to experiment, automate, and find creative solutions. So again, that's really important. Scalability is another big one. So as your business grows, assuming that everyone wants to grow, a knowledgeable team can help to scale your instance with less friction, of course, which comes back to that change management piece that I mentioned before. And again, of course, when you talk about retention and morale within your team, investing in learning shows your team you're investing in them, which again does boost engagement. You know, it's really good for your whole company to align, to be singing from the same hymn sheet, of course. Now, I mentioned that there is 3 options. Now, the 3 options that I mentioned are either you get somebody in through us as a consultant who can help do training, set things up, make sure everything's streamlined. They can also train up your team. They can, you know, they can maybe, if you haven't already got an admin, you will need an admin, I can assure you. And something we can help you with. And again, the consultant can maybe come in and help with the transition on that as well. So there's that option. The other option is that you can do a private course with us. Again, I can talk you through that. As I said, we can talk about numbers. We can talk about, I mean, I did do a course not that long ago with a corporate who had quite a lot of people globally who wanted to train. But we had different people on different levels. So we ran a couple of courses alongside each other, just to make sure that everyone was, you know, at the correct level, I should say, and learning, you know, learning at the right pace, because you don't want people that know nothing. Although, like I said, some of the courses we offer, you know, you can be at any stage. So again, talk to me about it. You can also, so there's the private course, there's the consultancy option, and of course, public course. So when I'm talking public course, I'm talking not only your team, I'm also talking about individuals. So anyone, be them a mum or a dad or neither, anybody can join our courses globally. So if you want to make some notes in your diary, I will just say, however, if you are brand new and you know nothing about Salesforce and you're sat there looking at me saying, you know, Lynn, you've got 2 heads, then you will need to be doing admin first, which is the foundational knowledge for a career in Salesforce. We have 3 options in terms of admin. Have a look at the chart on the website, which shows the 3 options side by side, but I will tell you in a nutshell. Option 1 is the ultimate package. It's the one I did before I worked here. With that one, you get everything, all the bells and whistles. You get a one-to-one mentor, you get work experience, you get structure, guidance, support. There is so much included in the ultimate, which is why it's the one I chose in the beginning. The way it's structured is you will have your first 3 months are your learning. You will have 1 live session every single week. And again, I know I'm giving you lots of information. Let me talk to you personally about your personal situation. And you can book in a 30-minute free consultation with me. So the ultimate admin, again, is, if you remember, 3 months of learning, 1 live session a week, plus you do structured and guided homework in your own time. So you carve out time for the homework. Essentials is exactly what it says on the tin. I know that's a bit cliche, but I like to use that because that's exactly what it is. It's the essential learning, the live sessions only of Ultimate. So if I just park that, I just wanted to tell you what Essentials was. We quite often have an organization who will be putting 3, 4, 5, 6 people on that one because that makes sense. They'll turn up to a live session. Again, because we have people globally, with the Ultimate and the Essentials, you have a choice of time zone. So quite often a company will put, as I say, a group of their team on a Thursday morning session, which is at 9:30. They'll sit there for 3 hours and then they go and do their own thing. So Essentials is the learning of Ultimate. And my suggestion would always be, make sure you've got some knowledge if you're going to do Essentials, because obviously you get all the muscle memory from Ultimate and all of the homework. So our Ultimate and Essentials, as I said, is all one course. Incidentally, with Ultimate, you do also get study groups, exam guide, focus on force, which is mock exams, and also you get work experience in the industry, and that is so valuable. I have people that come to me now and say, Lynn, I've learned this on my own. I've got my cert, but I haven't got the work experience. And obviously it only comes with that Ultimate course. So if you're planning to do this, that's where Ultimate comes into its own. So the Ultimate, as I said, is started this week. You've still got time to join. There is still a couple of seats left. If you want to know more about that, let me know. The next Ultimate / Essentials is on the 15th of September. Bear in mind that the learning of the Ultimate and Essentials will be almost over by the time the next one starts. So if you're planning to do this, just jump straight in and do it. I then go on to Accelerator. Accelerator is a quick fire course. It is 3 sessions over 3 days, over 3 weeks. So 9 sessions in total. 3 the first week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, I think. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday the next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday the last week. There is also a bundle that you can do where I've got a clear timeline that I've worked out. If you did the Essentials, if you did the Accelerator and then you've got a break to do your exam and then you can jump straight into consultancy, you can have a nice clear plan to the end of the year, and then come 2026 you'll be a consultant. So that's a really good one to do. Again, talk to me and I can talk you through that. So the next Accelerator is the 8th of July. I will just add that our admin courses are sponsored, which is why they're heavily discounted in terms of cost. And that one is sponsored by Box. So thank you for sponsoring the admin course, Box. Again, consultancy is sponsored by Cloud Gaia. That one starts, the very next one starts on the 22nd of September. However, we do some on-demand courses. So if you want to know more about that, then just come and ask me. But obviously consultancy live classes with Heather Black, where she'll give you tools and templates to confidently go into stakeholder meetings. That one is on the 22nd of September. Marketing Cloud, and next Marketing Cloud is next month. So again, if you're a marketeer looking at Marketing Cloud, you can jump straight into that straight away. That one is the 16th of June. So that's coming up very soon. That one is sponsored by Validity. We've got a Data Cloud. Now, Data Cloud is really exciting because if you want to get into Agentforce, and I hear a lot, I mean, everyone does. AI is on everybody's lips these days. If you're thinking about Agentforce as a career, then of course you're going to need to do your admin first for the foundational knowledge. But we're finding people going down the Data Cloud route after they've done their admin to get into Agentforce. You can't build an agent without knowing Data Cloud. So that's really important to know. And our next Data Cloud, for those of you that are already admin certified or already working in the industry, I should say, is the 25th of June. So the admin is not a prerequisite. You don't have to have done your admin cert to do consultancy or Data Cloud, but you need to know the system. Again, talk to me and I'll be able to tell you personally one-to-one. It's always good for me to understand your situation, whether you're an individual or a company, for me to be able to advise you properly. But I just tonight or today, wherever you are, I wanted to advise you to put some dates in your diary. So Data Cloud, we're proudly sponsored by Cube 84. So we've also got a CRM analytics course, again, another favourite with our trainees, with our alumni. That one is sponsored by Nebula. The next course is the 17th of June. And if you're looking at MuleSoft, our next course is TBC. So reach out to me and I'll be able to tell you more information. And that one is proudly sponsored by XR. So again, thank you to all of our sponsors for that. We do also, as I mentioned on consultancy, we do also have some on-demand options, which are important if you just want to get in and get started straight away. So just a few things to be aware of in terms of on-demand. We've got Service Cloud Consultant, which is a new one. If it isn't live, it will be anytime soon. We've been working on the website today. We've got App Builder, Platform App Builder, so that's a good one. There's a non-profit one. There's Boost Your Salesforce Career. We do also have CV writing. So with Heather Black, you can actually sign up and do CV writing. If you can't find these on the website, come to me and I'll point you in the right direction. There is also a resource page on the website. Go on there. There's some free resource on there. So again, have a little bit of a look around, have a little bit of a play around. You'll see a nice picture. I think it's number 2 on the resources page. And you'll see a nice picture of Get Started in Salesforce with Liam, who's our trainer. So if you want to have a little bit of a play around with that, then absolutely do that. But please bear in mind, if you're brand new and you want to get started, then you need to do it quickly because we have literally just started this week, as I say, unless you want to wait till September. So just a little bit about Salesforce itself. Salesforce is the #1 CRM in the world globally. It's used by and trusted by 150,000 customers, global companies. So 30,000 nonprofits, including over 90% of the Fortune 500 customers. So if you consider your own industry knowledge, which we can't teach you, you've already got that, find an organization that uses Salesforce and that will pair you up nicely because you already know how their industry works. And if you've got the Salesforce cert as well, so you can prove that you have the knowledge of Salesforce, it's a no-brainer. So that's where you're going to get those great interviews from. Salesforce themselves, this is not me, this is not Supermums, this is Salesforce. They are saying that by 2028, there's going to be another 11.8 million jobs in the ecosystem. So again, if you're looking to pivot, it's great to get into. Salesforce does promote values, trust, innovation, customer success, equality, and they attract a global community of followers. What I absolutely love with both Supermums, which is a community within a community, Supermums has a really great following of people that, as I said, people get FOMO because they want to be part of Supermums. I did when I did the course. It was one of the reasons I signed up. But not only that, Salesforce itself, they call it the Ohana, which is the family. So it absolutely is, you know, everyone, doesn't matter where you are in the industry, what you do, whether you're learning, whether you're, you know, top of the tree, everyone supports each other. Everyone celebrates in your successes. And that's what I love. I think most people I speak to have come from, you know, a different type of career in the past. And they, you know, they want a change. They want to be having, you know, that great flexible working, you know, the work-life balance, you know, a good career with a nice, you know, nice financial income every year. And obviously this is something that Salesforce can give you. I know that I've taken, and you probably heard me say this before, I've taken a slight diversion in the road. So when I set out doing the course with Supermums, I wasn't really sure where it was going to take me, but I was thinking about consultancy, that sort of route. Change management, I think, would have been probably the route I would have taken. But as luck had it, a job came up with Supermums and I applied, and here I am 2 years later. Well, 2 years next month, so it's nearly 2 years. And I get up every morning simply to help you to upskill or to change your careers. I sit here talking to people all day, every day while looking out of my garden. So it's absolutely changed my world. And again, I know it's, you know, it's opened up a slightly different door for me, but you have to do these things to open up the doors. I literally came off a call with a guy just now before I came on here, and he's in hospitality and he's looking to do something different. Well, you know, in my mind, if you want that work-life balance, that, you know, there's no better thing to go to try, you know. And of course, there's no 100% guarantees with anything you do in life, absolutely. But, you know, it does give you a really good chance to, you know, make something of yourself. And of course, as well, I do like to mention progression, because you write your own story. So you can learn the admin, the foundational knowledge as an individual. And then, of course, you can upskill. And you can absolutely take this journey wherever you want to go. So I hope you've enjoyed my session today. I look forward to speaking and connecting with you. As I said, whether you are an individual, whether you are a company, an organization, whether you're a small charity, whether you're non-profit, whether you're a medium-sized business, a corporate, whatever you are, I can help you. So please reach out, book in some time with me. As I say, I'm going to drop the links in after this call, because for some reason they didn't pull through last week, and I'm not going to take the chance again. So I will, I'll go on to LinkedIn straight after this. I'll add in those links. There will be my email address. There'll be a link to the website. There will also be a link to my Calendly diary. So if you want to book in some time with me, as I say, and I always say this to you every week, book in a 30-minute free consultation with me. If you just want a coffee and a chat and find out what I'm talking about, then I would love to talk to you. Again, if you're looking at training yourself or training your team, I'm here for that also. So I hope to see you before. If I don't, I'll see you next Wednesday, same time, same place. So thank you for joining, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care.